Hello, my friends, and welcome to another session with the older man. We're going to look at China again, and we're going to take a closer look at the new laws that were changed at the 1st of February, primarily focusing on the asset protection of men in marriages. And it creates a different type of dilemma that I never thought about, to be honest. But a young Chinese gentleman pointed it out. And he asked a simple question, and this is what he's concerned about. How does a person like him get into a marriage if he's short, ugly? He has no chance, because even if he makes money, how the hell can he get into a marriage? How can he pass on his genetic line? So that's what I want to have a quick discussion about. But first, let's listen to this young lady. I want you to hear what she says here.
The law doesn't care about how much you contribute to the family, whether you take care of the family, sacrifice your youth, do housework, or even have children. These are not the focus of the law. What matters is who contributes more financially. This new marriage law helps further promote women's independence. It sends an important message to all women. You need to learn to rely on yourself, not on others. I believe that in the near future, many young girls will aim to buy their own house before marriage, and the age at which people marry will be delayed. The saying "it's better to marry well than to do well" has lost its shine in the face of the new marriage law. In fact, this law forces women to grow and encourages some housewives to step out of the home and into society. In the future, marriage will no longer be about whether the other person has a house or a car, but rather about whether they have the financial strength and whether they are willing to spend money on you. If the other person is unwilling to spend money on you, then his money is still his own, and women will not be able to share his wealth even after marriage. For married women, from now on, I think you should no longer worry about how to save money for your husband. Instead, spend the money you deserve, spend it happily for yourself. For those sisters who have not yet married, since we can't rely on men to buy us a house, find a man who is at least 1.8 meters tall, handsome, smart, capable, and with high emotional value. After all, marriage is an experience. Since we can't depend on men's money anymore, let's look for men with high emotional value, good looks, and height. If you want children, at least he should have good genes. Sisters, hurry up and work hard. The future belongs to us.
Yeah. So she see marriage as an experience, not a lifetime commitment, not an institution where you get involved with another person and you raise the next generation, your kids, your offspring. So these women are so messed up about what is important in marriage and in life. They're so focused on the materialistic part of existence that it clouds the most basic and the most fundamental part of being a living organism. And like I said in my last video, the primary goal, if not the solitary goal of every single living organism, is to reproduce. Every single one of us, from the lowly virus, parasite, to the bugs, straight up to the biggest creature on earth, the blue whale, every single one of them are looking for a mate in order to reproduce, in order to carry on their bloodline, their genetic line. Every single one of us. But we humans are just so freaking stupid. We prefer to look for this elusive happiness and this constant feeling of, I need to be in this blissful existence all of my life, that we are ignoring the most basic fundamental thing about life. The problem is, it doesn't hit you until you are the latter part of life. Listen, man, a lot of these young, pretty little things, once that threshold have been passed, usually around 45, when you're about to hit that 50, it really hits you hard knowing that, okay, I'm on the back stretch of my existence. What do I have to show for it? Oh, a good job. Oh, a nice house. Oh, a nice car. That's it. Things that no one gives a shit about. And then when you start to see most of the people who actually care about you actually starting to die off, and the younger generation don't even look at you in admiration because you're just an old woman. You've done nothing really great because you've been self-centered and selfish all your life. No one is looking up to you. No 20-year-old looks at a 40-year-old and go, oh my God, she's so gorgeous. No, those girls look at you and go, oh, so she's so old. She got a nice car though. But my man has a car just like that and I get to enjoy that. You see my point? Because as you get older, as long as your needs are met, your financial needs and your basic needs are met, after that, it's all about mortality. Everything comes down to, okay, how can I get as fit and as healthy as possible? And then beyond that, it's all about, okay, I should have had kids to carry on my bloodline. Not everybody gets to do it, unfortunately. So listen to this young man who basically thinks that he no longer has a chance at life or carrying on his genetic line.
从今年开始，普通男人想结婚变得更难了。
Since this year, it has become more difficult for average men to get married, especially for men like me who are short, unattractive, and not very smart. This is because the new civil code marriage law officially came into effect on February 1st. It clearly defines what constitutes marital property, and what belongs to whom before marriage, and remains the same after marriage. In the past, for example, if a man owned a house before marriage and the woman married him, if they got divorced, the woman could still claim a certain proportion of the house. However, this will no longer be the case. Now, whatever property or real estate a man has before marriage, it has no relation to the woman. Now the problem arises. Since the woman's interests are no longer tied to the man's property, why would a woman still want to marry a man who is short, unattractive, and not very smart? Women will definitely be looking for taller, better-looking, and more humorous men, right? This goes back to our biological instincts. Genes determine marriage. For men like us, who are short, unattractive, and not very bright, no matter how hard we work to earn money, we will eventually be eliminated. However, this is actually very beneficial for the Chinese nation. If things continue this way for several generations, the genetic quality of the Chinese people will significantly improve. The children born in the future will grow up to be taller, more handsome, and smarter.
Man, that's a really horrible way to look at life. Brother, please understand, if you're short, there is going to be a woman who's shorter than you. Trust me, find a woman who adores you for you. Simple. This idea that you think that you need to buy a tall, attractive woman that's going to be attracted to you. She's not attracted to you, my friend. She's attracted to your money. So you're looking at this the wrong way. I mean, what the hell are you thinking? That, okay, I make a lot of money and then I get married to a woman who don't really like me. She has kids with me. She poisons those kids against me. And then what? What kind of life is that, my friend? She's going to be spending your money. She's not going to have a lot of concern for you. It's all about her and her kids. And the second she gets a better opportunity, she's going to jump ship. So I don't understand why you think that that's not something that has been eliminated. Because either way, my friend, you're going to either find someone or you're not going to find someone. But it is better to actually find someone who wants you for you. Because at the end of the day, it's all about quality of life, my friend. And the wrong woman will make your life a living nightmare. More than likely, if she's marrying you for your money, she's just going to suck you dry and then move on to the next one. So this law is very good for you. Just find a woman on your level. It's not rocket science. If you gain enough wealth, you can easily go to Thailand. You can go to other countries where the women appreciate good, hardworking men. They're more traditional.
I believe the new marriage law may cause a lot of concern for all women, especially those who rely on married life, or in some cases, depend on the economic security provided by their marriage. Clearly, the introduction of this new law is primarily aimed at those who use marriage fraudulently to gain improper benefits. One could say that this law has struck a blow against dishonest women, but we also have to consider that laws are not only made based on rational decisions, but also need to take into account human factors. For example, many virtuous women's contributions in marriage, especially in the management and maintenance of the household, are often difficult to fully quantify with numbers or legal terms. These contributions are reflected both emotionally and in actual housework. The current marriage law does not have clear provisions to measure this contribution, nor does it offer a detailed explanation or clear standards to protect the rights of these women.
If you're a good man and she's a good woman, you make sure that you do a postnuptial. What is a postnuptial? It's literally an agreement that you can draw up once you're married. If you see that the woman has been a good wife for 10, 15, 25 years, right? And she's loyal and she's always there for you, and you know who she is. You can easily say, hey, you've been a good wife all of these years. I want to make sure that you're protected in the event that I do pass away or something happens. I've written you into my will. I want you to know that these are the things that you're going to have if I ever pass away. Not if I divorce, if I ever pass away. So you can literally put her in a position where she'll never feel like she's going to be left with nothing. So I don't understand why you think that the law is the law in all respects. You can overwrite anything in your marriage with a prenup or a postnup. Simple. So this is a weak argument. And the reason why I brought this up again is because I want to keep this information and this idea at the forefront of men in the West, because this is the best time to make these amazing changes. A lot of governments now are moving more to the right. And I think at this point, if you men don't get off your asses and try to force the laws into place to protect yourselves, then you won't have a lot of success at getting married and having, a woman who's there for you. That's all I'm saying. All right, I'm going to keep this one short, guys. Let me know if you see any other holes or problems with what I just said. All right, we're just having a quick discussion. All right, so my friends, subscribe. Please like this video on your way out. And until next time, my friends, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.